I came to college here in the States. RISD was definitely a world on its own for many reasons, where I was introduced to art and different types of art. Once I graduated and got out into the real world, I started going to job interviews, and I think I've been beyond lucky. I don't even know if it is luck, but maybe it is a moment of gratefulness that I have. My first job out of college was at Peter Marino in New York, which is an extremely important firm today, as it was when I went back then. And that world really opened up a variety of aspects of what I was doing. It wasn't just, architecture, interior architecture. It was really design in itself. I worked on amazing projects around the world, which was great for me because I came from an international background. I worked in different departments. The interior department was not just the interior department. The interior department worked on art. They went to auctions. They were designing wallpaper from scratch. There were artisans working on wood, and we were making models. At the time, AutoCAD was not the prime form of working. So we were all working still, a lot of us were still working by hand. So definitely that world, which was a huge impact on me, really definitely was a moment of reckoning and saying, wow, this is what I like, this is what I want to do. And again, working on amazing projects that you don't see on a daily basis in normal life. So definitely working at Peter Marino as a first job, looking back, I have to say it was an incredible opportunity that I had. And that's where I met Carmelina.
Right after graduation, I actually started getting paid at my dad's office because, like I said, it was my inspiration. But I stayed there a very short time. I broke his heart because he was waiting for me to be with him. But I followed my dream and came to this country, and I was lucky to land at Peter Marino right away. So for me, can you imagine like a young girl from Italy come in New York? And my dad's projects were very, small scale. And I was exposed at Peter Marino at this huge, beautiful world of architecture that also Diamante mentioned. So I actually took a break of 5 years, went back to Italy. But then I couldn't. And one of the reasons why I couldn't stay there was because of my profession. I knew what I could do professionally in US, and in Italy it was there. Like I said, there was not the same freedom. Maybe there's not also the same economical power of the clients to be able to to afford an interior architect, and also there is like I said, it's an older country, everything moves slower, you have to be connected, you have to know people, while US felt like really the country of the opportunities, and if you want to do it, you can do it. So I came back, and that's then when I met Diamante, and we started actually working together at another office, the Steven Seagal office, on another beautiful project. And then at the same time, I had the opportunity of doing having my first hospitality experience of a resort in the Caribbean, in Grenada, which was an amazing experience for me. I was still, kind of young, and there was, right there on the job site on the Caribbean island. And these people was looking at me like, who are you? Why are you here? Why are you telling us what to do? So it was really growing up experience for me. And amazingly enough, I'm, like I said, for education, I'm an architect. Actually, in Italy, the doctorate in architecture includes also interior design, but it's called, is the architecture. And in this project, I work mostly as an interior design because there was another architect that was doing the architecture of the complex itself. And it was an amazing experience. I really loved doing more and more interior. And that's when I think I started getting, cut my profession more towards the architecture of interiors. And then at the same time with Diamante, we were probably lucky, to get opportunity of doing some residential project together here in New York, which actually they were kind of successful. And was even published on magazine. Do you remember Diamante?
I do.
Yes. And then together, I mean, we met with the owner of the Betsy. And at the time they were decided to start hospitality adventure, and they involved us. So thankful, we were still a little inexperienced and young, and they really trusted us and gave us the opportunity of doing something that I think will be our signature design. And then, by then I think we bought some converging professional experience together with Diamante again in Miami, with the other hotel, the Carlton, and some other solo experience. I've done a few years, maybe I mentioned to you, of retail, being in-house architect here in the United States for Italian fashion corporation. And also that I think everything I've done in my life is kind of very different, but very completing itself, very complementary, because every time I get to learn something new, managing a different type of approach of construction, different type of approach of schedule and budget, and meeting a lot of interesting people, all involved in the construction industry, design/construction industry. So I feel like I'm still developing, I'm still growing, and everything is a new piece of this puzzle that I'm very curious to see how it will be when it's completed.